Hatboro, Pennsylvania is a sleepy little town of 7,000, known for its affinity for hats and its rich history. The town is also known for its relevance during the Revolutionary War, in which its tavern, the Crooked Bill Inn, served as a meeting place for George Washington and his soldiers, and on those same grounds, a battle occurred. Since then, it became a booming town with a lively downtown strip, with no shortage of people frequenting the many local stores. And now, here it is, in all its glory. Hatboro is dying, and that's a fact. Demolished buildings and boarded-up shops are more common than not, turning what once was a prosperous little village into a mere blip on the map. But over the course of a few weeks, a few old friends and I popped by our hometown to see what keeps it running, how it's changed since we were kids. Shelby, lifetime resident and friend of over 10 years, and Nicole, Horsham resident, and later, Carly, my first and best friend, helped me out on my journey. It brought me back, walking around again, passing by all the places we would go to after school. We would stop for a slice of pizza and fries at Joe's, pulling out $5.30 from our after-school jobs to sit, eat, and gossip. What's your favorite thing about Joe's Pizza?
Fries. Where are we at?
What?
I burned my tongue.
But it's worth it. Joe's Pizza is the best pizza. It was a weekly tradition, something to do in an otherwise barren town. A getaway. A thing. We'd watch the sun set out the window, all the lights twinkling, and businesses closing up shop for the night. It was nice to be back there again, knowing that it was one of the few businesses still open, like a little time capsule into my childhood. Shelby, Nicole, and I checked out Silvio's Deli, a local staple that has been operating for 38 years, and, as an employee there, my second home. It's known for its handmade bread, baked fresh every morning, hoagies made with love, and cheesesteaks to rival any other. Michael, my good friend of several years and coworker at this establishment, could be considered a local staple himself. Having lived in Hatboro his entire life and working at Silvio's for 2 years, my friend has been stuck in the glue trap that is our little town. Like Shelby and I, he's a lifetime resident, and unlike me, he never left. His dream, more than anything, is to produce music to his heart's content for the world to hear. But the vice grip of our hometown proves more difficult to get out of than expected. Everything's changed so quickly, faster than I ever could have imagined. So it's nice to know that some things like Michael and Silvio's are consistent, ever present, even if Michael doesn't necessarily want to be here.
Growing up in Hatboro sucks.
What's your favorite memory of growing up in Hatboro?
Favorite memory of growing up? I don't have a lot of good memories of Hatboro. But, you know, meeting Danita was a good memory.
That's so
Meeting
sweet.
Nicole was a good memory.
Not from Hatboro. Despite the resentment Michael and many other longtime residents have for the town, there's still a sense of love for it. We reminisced about our time in Hatboro while we clumsily filmed one another, swapping stories and memories and basking in the comfort of nostalgia.
My favorite memory of that crick is when I got caught. They thought I killed a duck down.
Oh, and she got so mad.
So they held me hostage at this bridge and called the police on my 10-year-old son. Meanwhile, I didn't even kill the duck.
No.
I don't know who did, but they just left it there. Or the duck, I don't even know, maybe just died.
Sharon, my lovely boss hailing from Warrington, is no stranger to the allure of our small town. Sharon is like a mother to me. Like many of the business owners in Hatboro, she isn't just a boss or a faceless company owner. She's family.
My favorite thing about, I guess, the small town feel.
Yeah.
It's nice. They come in here, they like our product.
Who's your favorite employee? Am I your favorite favorite employee?
Yes.
Okay, I love you, Sharon.
Love you.
Carly and I traversed Hatborough's annual holiday parade, where residents and businesses alike parade down York Road with flashy floats and big smiles despite the freezing weather. It was nice to see a whole community come together for a day, congregating on the dying downtown strip that used to attract hordes of shoppers. Residents of all ages stood out in the freezing weather just to celebrate Hatboro. Having been a few years since I last attended the parade, especially with a close friend, it brought a warmth to my heart in the otherwise freezing cold. It felt like the old days when we would joke around and trek around York Road no matter how cold it was. Helping me make my documentary? Take a left. Can you introduce yourself?
I am Carly. I am Brenda.
How long have you known me for?
Since first grade,
And you've lived in Hatboro your entire life?
pretty much. Since I was 4.
Sweet. So this is the Hatboro Parade. It's chilly. Oh no. Oh! Oh yeah. This was in diners, drive-ins, and dives? What? Yeah. I'm not fucking with you. This Daddy Pops was in diners, drive-ins, and dives. That's good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Vintage cars drove down the street, their drivers enthusiastically throwing candy to a crowd of children. Bands played, orchestras trumpeted, people danced. It was a few hours of joy and holiday spirit that the town desperately needed. Another business near and dear to my heart is Studio 11 Body Piercing. Not the source of old memories like Joe's and Silvio's, but still just as special, and operated by one of the coolest people I know, and whose love for the town brought him here.
It is a great small town. I am the only piercer in Hatboro, and it is a super tight community.
And what's your favorite part about Hatboro? Like your favorite business, your favorite thing?
Love the vegan bistro.
And
for
tell me
sure.
more about that.
It is Hatboro's only completely vegan restaurant. So if you are watching this and you're vegan, go to Love, please.
With that advice and some very sweet closing words, we were off.
Danita's great.
Aww, that's cute. Alright. It's sad to see old businesses go and new ones replace them, but maybe that's exactly what Hatboro needs. At the expense of my nostalgia and longing for the way things once were, new things could blossom, like Studio 11. I left feeling hopeful, still looking back on what once was, but anticipating the future of the town I call my home. I don't want to get stuck in the old times, thinking of what used to be and what could have been. I'll honor those memories, but move past them as was meant to happen, and forge into the great unknown of an uncertain future. For their black exotica, their high relief, their candles and withered wreaths must be allowed to pass through into the sleeping world, there to be preserved and honored in the fullness and color of their forms, their past lives their coffins,